The experience of Vietnam is to end in a stalemate.
Our friends, the Grand Funk Railway.
Well, good morning. Welcome back to A Country Boy Can Cook. I've got a special salad today. It's really special, no joke. It's a Jell-O salad. And it's a Jell-O salad that I got the recipe from my first wife. May she rest in peace. I know she is. She was a good woman. And her mother made this. I've looked online and tried to see if there was another person that made this. Never found it. I think it was an adaptation. That's a big word for the old dude. Adaptation from an orange fluffed Jell-O salad. I think that's what those things are, but it's not. It's totally different. So I wanted to make it. I've only made it a couple of times. To be honest, it never was as good as what she made. Her mother and her would make this in the late 60s when we were dating. And after we were married, my wife at that point, her name was Joyce. And Joyce was taking, after I come out of the service, and I was a bad boy. I'm telling you, I was rough as a cob after I got married. I don't know why. I just, these things happen. And I tried to make it up after I come out of the service to her, but I think she had had enough of the old dude by then to say, no, I want to go a different direction. And we had a child, my oldest daughter, which is Tricia. I think she's 51 now. And anyway, I'll put up a couple of pictures at the starting of this, of my ex. I want to share this recipe with you all and see if you've ever had it. It's really good. I'm going to make it with sugar-free Jell-O for my wife so she can enjoy it too. And basically what it is, it's Mandarin oranges in a Jell-O. It takes about 4 hours to set. And then the topping is Cool Whip. This is a weird deal. It's Cool Whip and cream cheese. You got to let the cream cheese sit out and get kind of soft, and you mix it with the Cool Whip and put that topping on it. Now here's the real. Here's what makes it a salad. It's got shredded cheddar cheese on top of it. I know that sounds, oh my, because the first time I seen it, I thought, what the heck is that? I remember. But boy, there's just something about that goes really good together. And I even asked Joyce's sister, she's still around. It's her older sister. She's, I think, a year older or 2 years older than me. She remembers her mom making it. She said, yeah, but she didn't know where she got the recipe or anything. So anyway, let's get to this recipe, the first part of it. I'll make the Jell-O. I've got to wait for about 30 minutes, kind of set till it starts setting a little bit. And then I'll add the fruit to it. I'll bring you back for each event, as they say. So I got me a clear bowl. I did it in this clear bowl so you could see the layers in it. It'd been so long since I made Jell-O. I had to get my specs out to read the instructions. They're pretty simple. 1 packet to 1 cup of boiling water. And I believe that my little bowl will be plenty big enough to hold everything. So it's got to hold 2 cups of liquid and the fruit and the stuff, the topping. So here's the 2 cups, or excuse me, here's what takes 1 cup of boiling water. So I've microwaved this 2 cup container. Let's see if I can just do it like this. There's a 1/2 cup. There's 1 cup. That's good. And it says dissolve. I mean, I don't make Jell-O enough to. We buy some already made sometimes, those little Jell-O cups. Like you get pudding cups. So I just never make it. Because I mean, I literally had to get a pair of glasses out of here to look to see even how to make it. It's been so long. Is it dissolved yet? Oh, let's get in there. All right, I believe that's it. Let's see the side here. Yes, dissolved. So now it takes 1 cup of cold water, and I've got some ice water here. I'm gonna pour old trusty dusty Boy Scout cup, 1 cup. I know it's cold. Come on, don't go in there, ice cube. There it is. And you're supposed to stir this around until it's all dissolved together. And this is going to get 1 small can of Mandarin orange that have been drained. All right, let's get to the next step of it. This has been in the fridge for about an hour. It's just setting up. I do remember that part. To add the fruit, it needs to be set. If not, when you first put it in, you put the fruit, it all goes to a layer on the bottom. At least this will help suspend some of it. So I've got Mandarin oranges in oh, no sugar added Mandarin oranges even. Trying to keep it good for my wife. There was no sugar added. There was no sugar added Cool Whip. I don't know if they have a diet Cool Whip or not, but anyway, I'm gonna go regular Cool Whip. Get my old church key here to help me out. There it is. I'm gonna drain these. Let me tell you how many ounces in here. It's 15 ounce. So you can see them. See if I just sprinkle them over the top like this. Yeah, that'll be fine. You can see they're kind of suspending. Now, is this a diabetic salad? No. But it would be considered as a diabetic friendly anyway. And you could leave it like this with the sugar-free Jell-O and just the Mandarin oranges and it'd be pretty good. Of course, time you add the cream cheese and Cool Whip puts it to a different level, but it helps with the sugar. And like I always say, ain't no doctor. Back in the fridge for about 4 hours. I'll bring it back and put the topping on later. The topping on this. You can see the orange Jell-O with the Mandarin oranges is set. This is about the 4th hour. It doesn't take long to make this, but it is a process. So let me get this off of here. I'm going to mix the cream cheese and whipped topping together. I don't know how much it's even going to take, to be honest with you. Enough to cover the top here. I put this out of the freezer into the fridge this morning. I still got a little solid, a little bit in the middle, but I think that'll be all fine. That looks like that'll be enough to cover time I put the cream cheese with it. Let's see here. Get the cream cheese. We're going to start off with 4 ounces, which is about half. Let's see, this pack is 8 ounces, I believe. I love the smell of cream cheese. It's so good. All right. There's how thick it is. That's the real deal, Lucille. There's one little bit hidden back here I need to get out. Okay. Now to mix this together. I've got a potato masher. I think maybe that might help facilitate. I guess I could have got the mixers out, but that would be the easy way. I've never been known for taking the easy route. Yeah, this is going to be fine here. I'll tell you in a minute how much estimate of how much Cool Whip I put in here. But this is going to be plenty. Yeah, that'll do it now. This is a wonderful dessert. Tastes wonderful. Of course, lots of good memories for me. Lots of time has passed between the years that I was married from the first time. Now that's going to be good enough. A lot of water under the bridge. All right. Say she lost her life. I think she was 20. I don't know if she was even 21. I'll tell you more about that here in just a minute. Let me get some of this topping on. So you just take it, place it on top. Of course, it's all going back in the refrigerator. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, it is going to be enough. There's some little bitty pieces of cream cheese in here. That is no problem because there's cheddar cheese that goes on top of this. It makes a beautiful salad. All right. I've got my cheddar cheese here. Get this open. And that's what cheddar cheese. Well, it's up to you, but they always covered the top all the way pretty good. There's what she looks like from the side. It's a wonderful flavor. There she is. It took about half of the package of this whipped cream, Cool Whip. It's 8 ounces of 4 and 4, even amounts. 4 ounces of cream cheese, 4 ounce, and I didn't realize that. I tasted of it. It tastes really good. I'm going to spread out some of this cream cheese. Spread out some of this cheddar all the way to the edges here. Finish it up, make it look pretty. Anyway, Joyce lost her life in an auto accident. We had been separated a couple of years. Was actually working to try to get back together. I'd kind of, after I'd come out of the service, I'd kind of straightened myself up. And I got the call that she'd been in an auto accident and her life had been lost. Of course, the first thing I wanted to know was our daughter with her. And they said no, she was in daycare when it happened. So probably one of the reasons I started cooking more is I became a Mr. Mom overnight. We had one child, which is Trisha. And she, like I said, I think she's 51 this year. And she's got 3 children. She's got 3 boys and 4 or 5 or 6 grandkids, and which makes me a great granddaddy. But anyway, if I had it to do over, there'd be some things I changed early in life. I wouldn't have caused her the pain I did being a wild man. It still hurts to this day thinking about how she lost her life in a head-on car collision, and all this other stuff surrounding that, what happened that day. And I'm not going to go into that. It's too detailed. And anyway, it wasn't good. So it was good that I raised my daughter. Daughter was 4 years old at the time. I became a Mr. Mom. I was her everything. For 10 years until she was 14, I remarried. And the lady I was married to at that time, we stayed married for a few years. We have 2 children together. No longer married with her, of course. And married to Miss Cindy now, which is great. Life goes on. This is a wonderful salad. It brings back memories as a teenager in Argyle, Texas, going to Sunday dinner at their house, them making that, then us getting married, and Joyce making this very salad. I always called it dessert, but you can call it whatever. It's good. And I'm going to let this set up some more, put it back in the fridge. It's a process. And we're going to have it for dinner this evening. Cindy's excited to try it. I don't know if I've ever even made it for her. Maybe I did one time. I can't remember. Too many years. Too many things. Life happens, as they say. But she'll get some this afternoon. And I hope you enjoyed that little bit of music and tunes. I went back and found some radio programs from the 1960s. The radio that I listened to, out of Dallas, and some of the tunes and what was going on. Of course, it was Vietnam during that time, You know, it was even on the TV. We would all get around the TV in black and white, and it was showing film. It was film. It wasn't video at that time. Film from the war front, and and of course I had buddies that were over there. I had a buddy that was killed there. I had a cousin that lived down the street. He was there and already got back home. I mean, it was a different lifetime, and I know we think we're living crazy world now, but we lived it back then. You know, we had politicians lying, saying, "Yeah, I want us out of the war," and they really didn't want. They were making millions upon that war, and yes, it was a war. I know it was never declared a war, but it was a war. You tell the veterans that were over there that went to fight that it wasn't a war, and they'll have a strong talk with you back. I didn't go during that time. I was going to go. A buddy of mine went, lost his life. I got married, had a child. I went wild. I decided I would go in to the service to try to straighten myself out, which it did. And it was at the end of Vietnam when I went in the service. I wasn't in very long. I got hurt during training, came out, and but it did me good. That little bit of time that I was in there straightened me out. So anyway, this is for you, Joyce. I hope you're looking down and smiling and thinking about the good times we had. The times we went to the drag strip and she helped me change the slicks on my old 55 Chevrolet. Just all the good times we had. Sleeping out at night once your parents were in bed. That you came in and then met, came back out and came down the street. We lived in the country, and I would pick her down the street. About an hour after she came home, she'd slip back out. She learned that from her sisters, by the way. So we had good company. Life goes on, and good times and bad times, and you make what you can of it. And I'll bring this back this afternoon when Miss Cindy and I have dinner and do a taste test. See y'all back in 3 or 4 hours. Welcome back to a long day to make a Jell-O salad. Let's do a taste test on this. I don't know how pretty it's going to come out of the bowl, but it's been many years since I've made this, so whether it's pretty or not, it's going to be good. Let's see if I can get this out of here in one chunk here. You're ready for a taste of this? I know I am. It's like taking a trip back in the past. I don't know how all that works together. I'm not going to question it, but it does. And it's so good. It's creamy. Got the fruit in it. You can't tell that it's sugar-free Jell-O. And the fruit is sugar-free. There's no sugar. It was just in regular syrup. I mean, just in water. So I gotta have another bite. And then I'm gonna eat my dinner. It's so good. Make this recipe. I'll put up the instructions you'll have to watch, but I'll put up the amounts that I used, and as far as Jell-O, cream cheese, Cool Whip, and cheddar cheese. And what's for dinner? Meatloaf patties with red sauce, peas, and mashed potatoes. I appreciate y'all being here for my journey to the past, and I'll see y'all in the next video. If you like this video, be sure and give me a thumbs up, give me a like.
who have won already recording fame is the Mamas and the Papas.